we are here at the fourth episode of this class. I hope you enjoyed the previous ones, but still, we are at the preparation period. I remind you, the stage number one, preparation, is one of the most important moments of your presentation actually, because while presenting on the stage number two, it means that you will not be able to change something. You will be able, and I'm sure you will do that, but more your foundation mostly is built on the first stage. That's why let's go closer, let's get closer to what we want to deliver. And the first advice of how to start your presentation, if you start stage presentation or your live, start it with the question not what you will present us today, but why is it important to hear that kind of message, or you listen to you today. That's why my main recommendation for you will be to plan why are you presenting this today? Why is it important for us to know that? Why is it important for us to know all the tricks and tips about how to be attractive? So that's the question number one. But my question to you will be just right out there. What do you think? So if we imagine that our message is divided into three parts, what do you consider to be the most important one for you being a speaker? Just a few seconds for you to think about. Only one option can be accepted. Either it can be final part, or the beginning, like opening, or the main body. In television, we call it like opening. It means that we call it opening, closing, and the main body. Opening and closing are like a frame to your main body. That's why think about it twice. What is the most important for you being a speaker? That's really important thing. Not for your audience, not for anything else. For you being a speaker on the stage, because you are the loneliest person on earth. The speaker on the stage in front of the audience, or the person in front of the camera. Think about that. My suggestions for you will be to think either it will be opening or main body, or the final part, closing. Check. Okay. The right answer is closing part. Why is it so? Because while just starting your presentation, your audience, they will always be with a super high level of attention. So it takes you less output, less energy to start a great presentation, because they are ready to listen to you. While delivering the main points, the main idea will be for you to be different, to use the variety of tone, to provide the variety of the content, make insightful messages, and build this strong influence on the one hand, but on the other hand, these interactions with your audience, for them not to be bored, not to be distracted, or something like that. But for you being a speaker, the most important, the hardest part will be the final part, because they are tired, they know everything about you, and for you, I believe so, I bet it so, you put less attention on that part because you were focused on the first parts, opening and main body. Even imagine, even remember when we start rehearsing the text, we have rehearsals, repeating the text. Remember what we are doing. We start every time with the beginning. My revolutionary conclusion and recommendation just right here for you will be to treat your presentation not just the one presentation, but to treat it as three different presentations. What I mean, once you have your preparation period, you create three different plans. What to do in the opening part, what and options, backup plans, plan B, plan C, plan D, and everything like that. So if you walk to the stage, you will do this. If you start live, you will do this in the opening part. If you forget the plan A, you have plan B. So this will give you the variety of all of the ideas and feeling of freedom. One more advice will be to find synonyms, because even if you forgot a word, synonyms will help you. So if you have a topic about brows, how to make your brows outstanding, being outstanding, use different kinds of synonyms for the word bros, face, something else, something else. So that's what works for you. One more thing about the final part, that this is the moment, because of not being well prepared, because of being tired, you miss the connection between you and your audience. And maybe your audience felt like, oh, I got it, so goodbye, because we are all so busy now. That's why be very unpredictable at the very end of your presentation. Treat your final part as the third presentation, not just a part of the first presentation, which starts when you pronounce the last sentence of the main body. No, treat them as something separate. So my advice will be, just even start preparing your presentation with the final part, where you lead your audience to, what verbs you'll use, active verbs, verbs of action, like sign up, start doing something, eat or don't eat, so connect with me, so just call me, do something for them to know how to act after you finish. That's the main idea. Also, the best idea of making and creating this final part in advance will be if you experience the difficulties with, like, if you have your presentation and then you forget what you wanted to tell, you can't finish. The main advice for you here will be, just if you forget the word, put your final part, and that's it, because final part is well prepared in advance, and it's being separate. It's universal, so you can put it anywhere during your presentation, actually, not waiting for the last part of your main body. Be sure that you have a separate presentation which you are truly confident in. That is your final part, because your final impression will be the best way to captivate your audience. More so, making a great presentation, being a great and effective and confident in the beginning, then your main body, it's not a guarantee for you to be a very confident in the final part. That's why if you finish like, well, that's it, what I wanted to tell you today, it will be not an option for you. It will cross everything, deny everything that you did before. That's why the right answer for that question, which part for you is the most important being a speaker, will be the final part. What options do you have how to make this final part? Every type of presentation, every part of presentation is just a unique structure. It's just a set of steps, the scheme where you can use to make a final part. It's not about the talent or charisma, it's about just your experience of doing final parts. That's why let's do final part together just right now. How can you finish any presentation? With giving a conclusion. Let's say you wanted to deliver 5 ways of spending summer, but you start delivering and you understand, wow, it's too long. Wow, I forgot 2 last points. I covered only 3 of them. That's why your technique will be to make a conclusion just out there where you are. Let's say, today we talk about this, this, and this, and in next episode I'll tell you about this and this. It can be optional, so you can announce a next episode, or you can just make a conclusion and goodbye. That's why the second option for making a final part is announcing something without any conclusions, like thank you for having me today. In the next episode you'll hear about this, this, and this. Goodbye. Stay tuned. Take care. Something like that. Be happy. No worries. That will work for you. So make it like a scheme, conclusion or announcement, or if it's an interview, you can make like top 3 advices what to do this summer. That's it. The last question. Avoid using the words the last question, the last part, the final part. No, not an option for you. That should be unpredictable. Remember, I told you, you should be unpredictable. For audience, be just, what's going on? Wow, what was that? That was so amazing. That's what they need to feel after your presentation. And once you cover the final part, start thinking, on the preparation period, you know where you finish, what you wish them to do, which verbs of action you will do. Like sign up for my course and learn more about relationships. Great. Amazing. One more outstanding advice will be, if you're a coach, if you're a lecturer, if you're an expert, give them an assignment. That will be just a revolution here. So based on what you covered before in your main body, let's say a technique, give them an assignment to cover. Like if you were talking about nutrition, give them an idea, like a QR code where you can use your phone, your gestures, and activate your arms, do something with you and get a benefit. So the best scheme actually. And they put their phones here on the QR code. You open, it's opening like the table. Which they can just fill the gaps, and that's it. They will give their own results, even without connecting with you. But for you, it will be better for them, for them to connect with you. That's how it usually works. Announcement, conclusion, assignment, task, or just question, like the question. What about the main body? The main advice for creating the outstanding main body will be to divide it as a plan into 5 parts, not more than 5. It can be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, 5, but not 10. Don't give 10 advices or so. If you're delivering a story, it can be a plan to a story, not just how it happens, I will just rely on the moment. No. Create a specific plan how you will deliver that. Don't create sentence by sentence, word to word plan. No, just an ideas what to bring to your audience. Be various in how you speak. Like if you always will give them just statements like affirmative sentence and one more, they will lose the interest. So just switch it to a question. How often you usually travel in summer? Where have you been the last time? It's not necessary for you to accept an answer. It's just a question. That's it. And be ruin different myths. It's a great idea as well. Be unpredictable every time, anytime. Be short. Use headlines. Use examples. Fulfill it with your own stories. Give additional examples from movies, from quotes, from history, everything that will really work for a specific audience in your sphere. Do that. Improve that. Even if you are a superhero of presentations, every time it's a space to improve your presentation. So don't be shy to do that. And as for the opening part is also an important part, but the main goal of that part will be to attract attention and to listen forward to learn more, to be inquired to learn more. That's why the best option for opening will be just to give an idea of hi and welcome, about your energy, about your delivering system. Then what is the topic? Then what's the program? Who are you? And one hook to transfer them to the main body. That's it. Like, hi, hello and welcome, it's me Yara, and this is the first episode of our TV Presenters course. Today we're talking about message and the delivering. Stay tuned. Or let's get back to the information. Let's hear the first advice. That's it. Hello, it's me, it's my program. We're talking about today about this, and the hook. We have opposite side, like inverted side way of presenting, of opening your program. It can be like first thing will be a topic, then who you are, then what is the program, and hello at the very end of the show. Like, what makes you happy? Actually, those are relationships. It's me, your relationship coach Yara, and today we're talking about how to build strong marriage. Stay tuned, or welcome to the show. That's it. So the scheme works both sides. Up to you which one to choose. Few more recommendations about the message. So the difference between the article, the lecture, and presentation actually itself will be in the length of a sentence. Your sentences and your speech itself should be very short for us to have a chance to cut it as short as we can. So not more than 7 words in one sentence, only one idea in one sentence, without any commas or other punctuation. And really, what is outstanding here, start every time with a subject, with the word what. Like the fire breaks occurred somewhere, not like in the middle town yesterday at 2 p.m. there were fire breaks. No, start every time with the going straight to the point. That will bring additional attention to your show. For using all that advice, I'm sure your presentation will just scale few times, and you'll feel that unbelievable feeling of being a superhero of your presentation and being in the right moment, in the right place. But my main recommendation for you to take under control everything that you're doing on the stage and in front of the camera. Here in this email, you'll see the main first assignment for the next class. For that assignment will be just to create your own presentation about your passion, your hobby, but being an expert in that. That's why I truly recommend you, highly recommend you to use all my hints, all my recommendations. And finally, here we are, 10 seconds before our next stage. It means stage number 2. It is called presentation. So stay tuned, take care, and prepare your assignment for the next Zoom class. I have so many to share with you. Hope you as well. See you there.